UFC 320 has come to the end, and I've got my reaction to the main card, starting with Joe Pyfer versus Abus Magomedov. Pyfer coming into this with 5 wins in the UFC, debuted on the Contender Series about 5 years ago, back-to-back wins coming into this. I think Gastelum was his last fight, if I'm not mistaken. Abu's coming into this with back-to-back wins as well, 3 in a row. His second fight was against Strickland. I remember watching him get absolutely smoked in that. I think he completely gassed in the first, didn't look too bad, and then just crumbled at the start of the second. Both were looking to get into the top 15 from this, Round 1, Joe goes for the double leg. Abus is defending it well, goes for a ghillie. There's quite a lot of ghillies on this card. Joe ends up getting the underhooks. Abus reverses, gets on top. Abus ends up getting him for a split second in a scissor hold, and then nearly gets a Kimura, pretty close with it. I think Abus done enough to win that round. I gave it 10-9 Abus. Round 2, Pyfer ends up wobbling Abus near the start of the round, ends up on top, tries an arm triangle, gets super close with it, I thought. Bit of a scramble, ends up back on top, cut Abus's forehead in the process, I think with an elbow. Ends up getting the rear naked. Abus gets out, comes out strong. Sorry, I think that was all in the first round, Round 2, he gets the sub-rear naked, locks it in, and ends up winning the round. A minute 46 seconds into the second round, Pyfer getting 15-3, putting him onto a 3-fight win streak. Abus just done what he normally does, gassed out, ends up crumbling under the pressure in the second round. I think Pyfer's really good on the mic. I liked him on the mic. Patriot, love a Patriot. I wonder who they'll give him next. Maybe Strickland. I wouldn't mind seeing Pyfer versus Strickland next. That'd be a good fight, I think. Next up, we've got Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zalal. Now, I'll be honest, TJ Dillashaw completely sold me a dream. Like, Emmett was coming into this fucking a complete different beast to what he normally is. The throwing up multiple times when he first started training to not throwing up, best training camp he's ever done, apparently. I mean, that could very well be true, to be fair, but he literally had nothing for Zalal. He rushed in straight away. Zalal ends up taking him down, catches him in an armbar, and Emmett verbally taps, which I don't think I've ever seen Emmett do before. Crowd weren't a big fan of Zalal, started booing him straight away. I thought it was a good finish, to be fair. I don't know what they were complaining about, rooting for Emmett, American crowds. First person to finish Emmett in a minute. I don't know if he's the first person to finish Emmett ever, but first to finish him in a minute, definitely. Says about fighting for the title. Says about fighting Lerone Murphy next, and Rogan says Murphy's fighting for the title next, which I was very happy to hear, because I thought he looked unreal against Aaron Pico. Had him picked as an underdog. Spinning elbow was absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, Zalal, total domination. I think they should give him someone in the top 5 next, but yeah, I'd have to have a look at the rankings, to be fair. I might do a who to fight next video, so I'll look at that a bit more if I do that. But really good performance by Zalal, and yeah, fucking a bit of an off night for Emmett, to say the least. Now we've got my favourite fight of the whole card, Lat Order Pereira KO, but we'll get to that. But Khalil Roundtree versus Yuri Prohaska. Khalil was looking unreal the first couple rounds. First round, gets a good left, lands a good body kick, Gets quite scrappy towards the second half of the round, but I thought Khalil landed the biggest shots. He's landing good combos. Yuri was landing a couple things here and there, but not really, nothing special. Gave the first round to Khalil. Round 2, Khalil was looking even better than the first round. He was countering everything. He looked like he'd found a proper flow state. Khalil was looking really good. Solid leg kicks. The leg kicks were looking like they were starting to bother Yuri. Yuri was really struggling to find fucking Yuri. Getting in that fucking, oh shit, forgot the word. Getting in the fucking range to fucking, there you go. Getting in the fucking range to find Khalil. But out of fucking nowhere, like classic Yuri, he comes out the third round, wobbles in, starts throwing loads of fucking He's going for fucking knees, he's grabbing him. I don't know why he kept grabbing him. I thought he should have just fucking unleashed, but ended up working out for the end. Khalil goes for a ghillie in the middle of that. I think he ends up landing a good elbow. Roundtree ends up landing 1-0. Yuri ends up landing one back. Yuri ends up landing a left, right, left, like folds Roundtree. Absolutely folds him. Yeah, fucking hell, what a finish. Fucking classic Yuri style. Fucking out of nowhere. Fucking unorthodox as fuck. And then he hops on the mic after and he goes, he says it was necessary for Blood War. So, do you know what I mean? Acting like he lost the first couple of rounds on purpose. But if Yuri says he done it on purpose, he done it on purpose. But yeah, fucking hell, what a comeback. I thought he looked really good. I don't want to see him fight Pereira again yet. I'm happy Pereira got the win because I'd really like to see Yuri versus Ankalev. I think that wouldn't be too bad of a fight to make. But, yeah, fucking hell, he makes it nasty. Very chaotic in the third round and ends up getting the finish. But, yeah, Roundtree was looking really good. But, yeah, Yuri ends up doing what he does. And, yeah, very good fight. For the co-main event, we had Merab Dvalishvili versus Corey Sandhagen. It was very tense in my living room because Merab's my mum's favourite fighter. And, yeah, let's just say it got very tense in my living room. But thank God he ended up getting the win. Not much went on in the first round. Calm first couple minutes. Landed a nice combo. Good right hand. Goes for the body lock. Sandhagen was doing well defending at the start. You know what Merab's like. He was absolutely relentless with it. Takes him down with a couple minutes to go, but he gets straight back up. Corey lands a few good shots. It was close, but I ended up giving it to Merab. I know a lot of people, the commentators, Rogan, Cormier and Anik thought that Sandhagen won that first round, but I'd still give it to Merab. Second round, how the ref didn't stop the fight in the second. I think 9 out of 10 refs would have stopped that. Merab ends up, he gets a takedown, Corey gets up, he lands a crazy combo that ends up knocking Corey down. Loads of ground and pound, like I say, somehow fair dues to Corey for staying in it and fair dues for the ref for letting it carry on, but yeah, fucking I don't know how he survived that. Merab had attempted 9 takedowns by then, I think, about halfway through the second. 10-8 round, in my opinion. I thought that put Merab at 2017. Absolute dominance. But the third round, straight back to the grappling, relentless pressure, constant takedowns, grapple, trying it. Sandhagen defends a couple, but he defends one and he comes straight back in with another one, and then he fakes and he does the shot, and yeah, he's an absolute different beast. I don't know who's going to be Merab, but 4 and 5 was near enough the same thing. Done a little bit of your classic Marav show, but we caught him in a rear naked at the end of the 4th. I thought that was... He didn't really go for it, to be fair. He didn't put on any pressure, but it looked like it could have been fucking tight at the time. Yeah, 5th round, same thing. Like I say, I thought it could have very easily been 50-44. He ended up getting the unanimous decision, 50-45. He's the first bantamweight champion in history to defend the belt 3 times in the same year. He said that he wants to fight Peter Yan in December, which you got to respect. Coming back in December, 2 months after fighting for the belt. A 5-round fight as well, do you know what I mean? It's not like he's just got a quick finish, not done much damage, not used much energy. 5-round fight. Yeah, back in it, yeah. You've got to love Marav. That's absolutely unreal. So, yeah, very, very good result. Little early birthday present for my man Marav getting the W. But the Yan rematch, I'd love to see that. I remember watching Marav fight Yan and screaming at the TV in absolute hatred towards Marav. My mum was already a Marav fan by this time. She was ahead of the curve. But yeah, I couldn't stand watching him done what he done to Yan. But slowly but surely, I've come to love him. He's absolutely unreal. Funny as fuck. Proper scrapper. Yeah, brilliant. Fucking, if he fights Yan in December, yeah, wow, fair dues. But yeah, really good result for Marav. Santhagen, maybe give Santhagen a... Evloev. Evloev's never getting that title shot. But I'd have to have a look. But yeah, give Marav Yan. That'd be an awesome fight. And finally, in the main event, we've got Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. Now, Pereira come into this claiming he was only 40% for the first fight, and fuck me, he wasn't kidding, because he absolutely blitzed Magomed. Absolutely unreal. Prime Pereira, he's back. I don't know why he didn't do this in the first fight. He closed the distance straight away instead of getting pressured by Magomed. He was landing good leg kicks, landing good shots here and there. He ends up knocking him down with a really good overhand right, flush overhand right, a minute in. Starts landing some nasty ground and pound. I think he lands about 6 elbows total, 12 to 6 elbows as well. Couple to the body, couple to the head. Magomed, I thought it could have been an early stoppage watching it live, but Magomed had no complaints about the stoppage. I don't even think he knew where he was, to be honest. Pereira stood over him, did his classic, pointed at him. Yeah, flipping out. It was an absolutely unreal performance. Absolutely unreal. I seen Pereira Boars. I don't know if I'm fully up for that. But, it'd be... I think you've got to give him Ulberg next. I think Khamzat's got to win a few more fights before even considering moving up. But, fucking hell, what a finish. 1 minute, 20 seconds into the first round, TKO. I think the Ulberg fight will be good next. Make Ulberg Pereira, Yuri Ankalaev, and if Yuri beats Ankalaev, make that Pereira fight again. I don't care if he's already lost twice. I want to see that fight again. But ends up doing... he said he had a big speech in that, but he ends up holding a minute silence for John Jones's brother. Rest in peace. But what an absolutely unreal performance from Alex. Glad to see him back to his winning ways, and I hope he can stay like this. I think he might have dislocated his toe, on his right, big toe on his right foot by the looks of it. But, I'll have to wait and see what they say. I've been staying away from all me UFC people that I'd normally watch and all stuff like that, so it doesn't get in the way of any of my opinion on this, just straight me notes and my memory from watching it. But I thought all in all it was a really good fight, really good card, really good fight and a really good card. Very, very good. But yeah, I've been up doing all these videos. I've watched all the fights. I was struggling like hell doing my first video for the early prelims. I ended up doing it about 4 or 5 times over because I kept accidentally deleting stuff and getting it all muddled up. I'm slowly but surely getting the hang of it. I'm going to have my notes a bit more organised when I'm doing it next week, so it's easier to read when doing all my voiceovers, and a bit more fucking time going into it for my predictions for the fights next week. I've been wanting to do the YouTube for ages, but I've literally just got it set up this weekend, and I'm just trying to push out the videos, not worry too much about the quality, just get the videos out and work on it as I go. But thank you so much for watching. That was my reaction for the UFC 320 main card. Have a good one.